Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Barkeep stream. I'm your host, as per usual, Barkeep. Welcome on in. Good to see everybody. Hello, Glaylov. Ends up the purple chalk didn't require getting that at the end. You can just summon the critter that you need from there, possessed by a demon. Yes. Minecraft, all the mods 10, can have some surprising shortcuts to it. It's interesting how that works. For today, though, I gotta say, I was kind of not in the mood just to do the same old, as I have been constantly, again and again and again. And so I decided to dig out a very old gem that Microsoft released way back in the day when they were bumping around with, Microsoft 98 at the best. This one's a bit of a rare case for me. It's a little bit janky on the keyboard, but it is still playable. This was back during the era where we had joysticks. Everybody had a joystick. And it was the big new way to play video games. Things like Star Wars was big on joysticks. Things like MechWarrior was big on joysticks. Just about any PC game that you were playing back then was generally enhanced by being able to play with a joystick. So for today, we're going to be looking into a Windows special called Fury3, which I really like. For whatever reason, the intro to it, which I really like, does not play for some reason, but that's up on the internet, so we will be able to take a look at that through YouTube. Thank God for it being uploaded. I'm glad that you're having a lot of fun with all the mods 10, Glaylov. Summoning and Demonology is a very powerful mod, so you can just pluck things out of the ether and have it ready for yourself with that. It's good stuff. But let's see here. Turn up the volume a little bit. Give it a go. So that is the intro for Fury 3. And I have to agree, it's not the most amazing thing in the world, but you have to remember that this was, again, during the times of Windows 98. That was like stretching the limits of what you could actually do with 3D back in the day. That was only really superseded by the things that MechWarrior 2 was doing back in the day as well. MechWarrior 2 not being all that much better, but certainly better in quality. I still think that's probably one of the most impressive launch sequences I've seen for a very, 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 very early game type of 3D situation for a shooter game. I think it's very neat, especially for a flight sim, and they do deliver. You know, the actual game itself isn't too bad either. Anyways, I'm using my backup capture to get that to actually work, but this is the actual game itself for the start screen. And I'm going to kind of struggle to use the keyboard with this. It's, again, very janky, very weird. I haven't played this in a very long time, but I will try to struggle through it as best I can and kind of get a grasp on this and play it as much as I can get through, you know? We might get through all this today, we might not. It really does depend on the look of the roll and how much more familiar with the game I can get. But as you can see here with the demo, this old game, it does hold up pretty well for a shooter, I have to say. For a flight sim shooter, it was pretty darn neat. Yeah. The other part of it being that it is a very long game. There's 7 planets in total, about like 3 stages for each planet, and then a guardian that you have to fight at the end of every 3rd stage. Oh, you would only play through just like one planet because you can sit between them. Oh, gotcha. Well, let's go ahead and load up a new game here. My call sign will be, of course, Barkeep, and we'll play on normal difficulty. Actually, if I could load up that help. Error opening help in Windows-based programs. Feature not included or help not supported. Yeah, just telling you how old that is by opening up a link that don't work, yo. Alright. First area is Terran, Mission Homeland. Ever since 2832, when the Coalition ordered Bion dismantlement, the Bion Wars seemed like a nightmare that should have never happened. You didn't know the Bions survived, did you? Welcome home, Barkeep. Intelligence report follows. I really do like this. It opens up the planet and then it shows you the sorts of things that you're going to encounter on that planet as an actual threat, so... They've got air forces, they've got ground forces. I think that's really cool that they do have a mix of air and ground forces, you know? Most of these types of dogfight simulators would just have a whole bunch of aerial combat and then that's it. But Fury 3 strived to do more with what it had. And give you a whole bunch of stuff to shoot, you know? So yeah, basically completely objectives, get to the jump zone to get to the next zone. It's pretty self-explanatory. Here we are. I'm gonna pop open that cockpit since I like how it looks. Let's go fast. So this is why it was popular with the joystick back then, because you had the throttle controls that you could use. It was great for rolling, you know, as you can see here. I don't think I'll use too much of that asset, but, you know, maybe, maybe not. Yeah, you can use cloud cover to evade a whole bunch of the enemies that were chasing after you if you really wanted to. I'm probably not going to do that. Lot. But, you know. I'll see what I can do concerning all of that. I wonder if it does the cloud cover correctly in this. I know I was having issues with it last time. Oh no, yeah. It totally does work like this. Awesome. Of course, I got things coming after me left, right, and center here. I gotta go full throttle. I can't be moseying on about. Oh, yeah. First of the missile platforms, too. Oh, and then destructible objects in these areas, too. God, there's just something about that that feels so great. Like, not only did they give you a lot of fun with just, you know, being able to do a whole bunch of missions with destroying floating platforms, that sort of stuff and whatnot, and doing dogfighting, they also give you buildings that you get to blow up as well, and they're actually part of the mission. You do have to blow all these up, which I think is fantastic. Oh, yeah. I don't remember which one that is. I think it was called New Croy or something like that. I'm pretty sure the name is kind of like that. They made it out of polycroy, a sort of kind of growth material that they could just, you know, pop up a city at ease whenever they wanted. And to me, that's just really surprising, you know? You wouldn't think that a game like this would have so much to it, you know? But they did put in a little bit of elbow grease to the backstory and whatnot, you know? Oh, get back here. Come on, you. You're gonna dogfight me. You're gonna dogfight me properly, not like a coward. Oh, yeah. You can tell that, like, right away. If you get into the game itself, you start looking at some of the stuff that they put up for, like, descriptions and whatnot. They put their soul and heart into the writing there. Ooh, hold up. I see an item there. Oh, yeah. Doesn't really matter for us. We're at full health anyways. But there might be some stuff in the hills here. Let's take a look. Not in this one, as far as I remember, Glailev. From what I can remember, water stuff, not for this. But maybe the water planet, I'm not sure. So if I really want to, I can slow down to an absolute grinding halt and go on a strafing run on these little cities. I mean, this is more so just for, like, point value at this point, but I could do it if I want to. I see something yellow. Hello, that's a tunnel. Ooh, tunnels like these are great. You can get a lot of good stuff going through here. There are these little fun mini sections that give you a whole bunch of really good stuff and then test you out with a little bit of flying. All in all, this is just a really cool game. I like it a lot. Oh, turbo button. Hell yeah. Let's see. How does turbo work again on this? Ow. Was it the A button or the S button? Oh, it was D. D is turbo. Got it. See, a little bit of my confusion with all of this is just kind of with how I've got everything set up with the keyboard. Like, I'm not going to be doing a whole bunch of fancy strafes and whatnot, but, you know, I'm hoping I can make it usable for the most part. And besides, for the most part, it kinda just corrects itself if you're flying around. I think it knows that from, you know, keyboard settings. So I don't have to worry too much. Ooh, invisibility, yes please. Nobody knows where I am. Let's see. Yeah, let's go super fast. Whoosh. Gotta love the turbo button. There's only so much of it that we have, but it is fantastic for moving around. Meow. You know, to be honest, I kind of forget how to switch out my ammunition types and stuff like that. I wish I remembered how to do that, but for the moment, not sure. I know it was one button or another. Let's see, was it Alt? No. Hold on. I need to take a little look. Make sure I actually know how to switch between weapons and stuff like that. Because I don't have it here in, like, the actual controls, which is kind of weird. Give me just one sec. I'm gonna look this up. Fury3. Gotta look at the manual. Oh, good old Internet Archive. Thank goodness. To set up Fury3 using Windows 3.1, turn on your computer and start Windows. If you don't know how to do that, you might have a little bit of trouble. Yeah. Ooh, hey, this actually has a whole bunch of stuff in here. So the planets that you get to go to: Turan, L24D, Ares, New Croy, Sebek, Vestra, Tiamat, and Fury. Yeah. All really cool planets that you get to go to. Let's see. Fire weapon, turbo boost, up, down. Yeah, but how do I change my weapon? Oh, right! I think it's like the F keys. Holy crap, I totally forgot it's the F keys and all that. Oh, yeah. Through 1 to 7, you can change it out. Got it. And we have things like the servokinetic laser, which is a basic fire, but then you have the dispersion cannon 14, rapid fire laser 20, the dead-on missiles, the Viper, the Bion Fury missiles, and then the F3, which is so much fun. So much fun to use. Cool. Now I remember how to do this. We're okie dokie to go. Let's see. What do we got? Ooh. I don't know how I got infinite amount of RFL 20s on this, but that's pretty amazing. It's basically an upgraded version of what we originally have there. It might have been a secret that I picked up. I don't know. Yeah, see, when you start getting actual ammunition on these, it's very good use. Ugh, you. Wonder why I had an infinite amount of that, just to start with. It's kind of weird. Alright, target destroyed. So it's not too bad for the jank, I have to say. You know, the controls are a little bit weird, but for the most part, I'm enjoying this. Whoop. We want to go this way. Doesn't give you an exact amount of distance to where you want to go for most of these things, but, you know, sometimes it's good enough just to have a general direction for most of these things. So want me to go this way? I don't know. Which way now? Here we go. Oh, it must be this over here that it wants me to shoot down. I think on this planet, usually objectives is killing ground forces because this is your planet and the ground forces are attacking your cities. Right. That would make sense. That would make sense, wouldn't it, Glailev? Would this guy get off my ass? Come on. Get out of there. Of course, it might just be a whole purging of my planet, too, you know? You never know. Yeah. Oh my god, yeah, no. The target is to destroy all the buildings, so either they've all been taken over by hostile forces, or it's just like straight up a purge. Yeah, jeez. I don't know. A lot of it leaves it just up to imagination for the most part, you know? Ooh, I found some Vipers. I'm happy with that. Yeah, you're not wrong about that. Usually the local objective is shown in a briefing there. But if I gotta purge out a whole bunch of towers and stuff here, I'm totally fine, you know? Like, you're asking me to explode things? I have no objections. I have no objections at all. You know, I could use those missiles on these buildings that I just got there, but that would be an insurmountable waste. I would not want to do that. What did... Oh, get out of here. Oh, you're right. It could be rapid deployed Croy material. In that sense, we're not purging stuff, but it could be that we're just, you know, cleaning up our poor homeland. Yeah, it might be a little bit jank, but I'm not going to focus on rolling. I mean, the keyboard in the game corrects itself for me on that, so just to have a little bit of a better time, I'm just going to focus on, you know, just using what the game gives me, I guess you could say. Woohoo! It's got that autocorrect, you know? The game kind of new. And that right there is great as well. You get to fight an entire land battalion. I mean, that's awesome. I love that they do that just for, like, an intersection between destroying buildings and stuff. And doing dogfights. Alright, mission complete. I don't know about you guys, but that was pretty successful for the first mission. We get more turbo in the future, I'll definitely be making more use of that. Awesome! That was stage 1. I didn't think that went too bad. That was pretty good, yeah. 33% tunnels found, 138 air targets destroyed, 53 ground targets destroyed. Not bad. Half the time you get enemies trying to chase you afterwards. Yeah. Unless you, like, completely decimate the entire area, they will come after you to try and chase you down, but they can't catch you. It's coalition tech only. Now, we're lucky that if I click off of this just completely pauses, because we do have an ad break coming up. I hope you guys are enjoying Fury 3 so far, but we're going to go into that ad break. I'm going to freshen myself up, get myself a little bit more water, and when we come back, we'll go headfirst into more Fury 3. We'll see you then, folks. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for waiting through that ad break there. Let's get back to some more Fury 3, shall we? Now that I'm not, constantly worrying about the fact that I gotta, roll, duck, dodge, that sort of thing, and that the keyboard configuration just kind of automatically levels me out wherever I need to go, I think I can play this with a lot less jank. I was a little bit worried about that, but I think that's gonna be good to go now. Also, I agree with you, Glaliv. I feel that a shock and awe type of guerrilla warfare is perfectly in tone with what we're doing in the game here, considering the fact that the bions that came before were manufactured by us to be excruciatingly powerful bio-made soldiers. So going toe-to-toe with them for, long, drawn-out wars would not be beneficial for the Coalition. So they sent us instead. Shock and awe. Shock and awe. Kind of a suicide mission, but, we'll make it. Alright. Now that I know what I'm doing here, let's get going. Full throttle. I'm really surprised that we got the RFL 20 as infinite. I think that might actually be a secret that you can get within the first level. Because otherwise, I wouldn't have known how we got this. But we'll save it up. We'll save it up. I'm going to keep that for later. We'll focus on using the SKL. Yep, rush in, cause damage, get out, leave confusion in the wake. The more you say it, Glaliv, the more it absolutely fits everything that we've been doing so far. Whoop. Now that is an interesting looking target. I don't know why it's there. I don't know why it looks like that, but interesting that they had it set up like that. RFL is always infinite, it's just that it gets better the more that you pick up because it's a free upgrade. Oh, fair enough. In any case, things are going pretty well for us. We went through the first stage without much issue whatsoever. Ooh, mandatory tunnel. Let's go. I think the sequel to this came out later, has the RFL as an ammo gun, but the RFL is just way better in that one now. Okay, it makes sense. Still, I want to collect some rapid-fire lasers before I start using it. Slow, fast. Quick, slow. Quick, quick, slow. A lot of what happens in these tunnels is basically you gotta slow down, speed up. That way you don't get hit by all those traps that come out. Try to nash you in 2 seconds. Whoop! Like I just got hit right there. Silly. We did get a good amount of turbo out of there. I am happy about that. And again, that sort of throttle control was very big back during the era where joystick was like the king of all PC gaming. And flight sims would blow every child's mind. I mean, Microsoft Flight Simulator is still a thing today, I think. Who's this guy? There he is. Ooh, what's this over here? Just full shields. I mean, I can't say that's a bad thing that there's full shields everywhere I go around here because, for somebody trying to get used to the game, that's perfect. You want your players to be able to kind of get settled in without feeling, shock and awed. Ooh. Servokinetic laser upgrade. Hell yeah. God, I love getting the upgrade to that. It just tears through everything. It's so good. Oh, I can't go through that again. Is that my target over there? I think it is. Or maybe not? Weird. Yeah, the RFL is what I kind of go for when I want to start pounding out damage. But otherwise, if I need something that'll just take down basic ships like these, then I go for the SKL just because it's infinite, you know? It's the wrong way around, but, you know, it's what I do. Might be a little bit confusing, but my tactics are still valid. Well, I mean, I could probably switch on over to the RFL now that I've got like 199 of it. Wouldn't be any problem. See, I find that my RFL does a lot of damage. I like it a lot. Whoa, hold up. Did not go into that valley thinking. There we go. Yeah, no. Yeah, both of them are infinite, but then both of them also have limited ammo. I know that is kind of weird, but... like, I get it. I get it. Even in the future, they're using claw diggers. I think that's kind of funny to me, you know? Like, out of everything that has become technologically impressive, you know, tunnels, ships that can fly in the air without afterburner engines and stuff like that. And how do they make their stuff? Well, you know, regular old construction equipment. Tonka brand, of all things. It's not OSHA compliant. Let's not forget about this tunnel up here. Tunnels have really good stuff in them. Woo! See what I mean? You get a lot of RFL in here. And a lot of turbo, too. A lot of these tunnels tend to have a lot of turbo in it. Ah! A little too close for my taste. Ah. Turbo in tunnels is either a really good way to get killed, or a really fun way to just zip through things. Whee! Please, chat. Please don't be stupid and do the things that I do. The things that I do are not a good idea sometimes. I mean, sometimes you get let out some really good treasure and stuff that you can blow up over here, but for the most part, it ain't me being smart. It's me going on a joyride. It's 20 years of my life I won't get back? Oh no. Oh no. On the upside, we did get a lot of turbo to work with, so I can't complain. Hello? Ooh, you only get one of those. I mean, like, one of them in your equip slot at any time. Want to see what it does? Boosh! So great. I know that's an absolute waste of that weapon, but at the same time, oh, it's so fun to shoot off. Firing that thing is just sweet, sweet bliss. Yeah, exactly that. Okay, good. A little bit worried there. I felt like I was going to fly right into that container. Do you know what really amazes me, chat? The fact that a barrel roll in this is a completely valid dogfighting maneuver. I used to always think that that was just like a meme that Slippy had said, or not Slippy, Peppy from Star Fox, but it turns out that in flight sims, doing a barrel roll really isn't that bad. Oop. I know I'm going the wrong way, but what's this? Ooh, more high-grade ammunition. Really, I can't be upset, you know, if I go off by just a little bit. And then they reward me with some of the most strongest equipment you'll find out of the entire game. I mean, it's just indulging me in my happiness. It's just indulging me. Like, am I gonna say no to picking up a whole bunch of biome missiles and then an FFF? Heck no. Ugh. You, my sir, you need to get off my tail. I said, get off my tail. Ew. What exactly was this area that I was going to? I think it was like construction up in the mountains. Ah, yeah, totally was. I like that they tell you the number to switch to it is right there. Yeah, it is nice. You never get lost on trying to, like, switch to different weapons unless, you know, you haven't played the game for a bajillion trillion years like I have. And mission complete. I say that was pretty good. We got a lot of good pickups on this one, so that Guardian that we get up to in Mission 3, it's gonna be easy peasy. Plus we got a whole bunch of turbos, so I can just go... Landscape ain't nothing if you've got light drive. But what is this? Invisibility... Turbo... And... some of whatever the heck number 2 is, dispersion cannons. Those always got weird to me. You know? I never really understood them. Like, I understand what dispersion cannons are, but at the same time, they always look like, I don't know, something out of Ring Man from Mega Man. Just very confusing for a guy like me. Like, take a look. Look at these things. It's so goofy. I don't understand what they were thinking with dispersion cannons. It's just a very weird looking weapon. Plus, it's also very, very inaccurate. Personally, I like other weapons, you know? I don't use number 2 very much, but if I have to use it, then I use number 2. Whoop. And out we go. I wonder how well I did on that one. 126, 65 vegetation destroyed. Yeah, they take note of how much devastation to the greenery you put in. I love that. It's like, Greenpeace is not going to be happy with you. It's like, why? What did I do? You destroyed 3 trees. It's a big no-no. Well, 3 trees, and now the entirety of Greenpeace is mad at me. Whoop! Hello. I see something back there. Oh. Oh, yes. Once again, we have found incredibly powerful weaponry for no risk or reward at all. All just reward, no risk. Well, there are a lot of gunboats around here. What? Something I really need to stop doing is crashing into the lake. It's going to be detrimental to me if I keep doing that. Oh yes, good old Windows 95 chime. Welcome on in, Vertatsu. Hope you're having a good day. Playing some Microsoft Fury 3, which is, I believe, a very good hidden gem. Back in the day, this was peak performance. When it came down to finding something like this for like a flight sim, you wouldn't have anything else out there that was as good, except for like MechWarrior 2, or I guess the Star Wars series, really. Very ahead of its time back in the day. Let's see, where do they want me to go now? Ah, I see where they want me to go. Later, losers. Since I got a whole bunch of it, let's bring out the serious firepower. Have a little bit of fun here. Yeah. Don't really matter if you got bogeys on your tail when you've got quad lasers. I mean, that right there is just perfect suppression fire for everything and anything that you get into. Building in a war zone is a bad idea. You might get shot. You're the one shooting at us. Oh. The irony. Woo! Wait, what? Hold up. You there, little punk. Uh-oh. Whoa. Oh, what just happened there? The game kind of janked out on me a bit, but we're fine for the most part, so... It's all good. From the people who would bring you Blood Rain. Yes, indeed. Wonder if the engine is in any way similar to the one in Descent? Possibly, Veritasu. I've never really looked into it, but you might be onto something. Holy gunships, mon ami. I tell ya. Like, the entirety of Mission 3 here has just been gunship after gunship after gunship. Like, they've got this whole ravine pinned down. I don't really know if there's much I can do about that except shoot them all down. I mean, that might be an acceptable answer. What do you guys think? You know, shoot all the warships down? Save the planet? That, you know, permissible answer? Yeah, that game. It's kind of funny, the more I play this, the more people crowd on in and say, I remember this from my childhood. Although I'll tell you, it didn't really get all that much of a, you know, press release. Funny enough. This one, like many games before it, is still just a hidden little gem of the past. I love it, though. This is probably one of my favorite games from my childhood, along with things like Jazz Jackrabbit. What else did I have? MechWarrior 2 is definitely one of them as well. A lot of DOS titles. A lot of DOS titles. Heck, do they want me to go here? I feel like I went completely the wrong way. I got sidetracked by exploding things. Does that happen to you guys? I know that happens to me. I'll tell you, fellas. I get sidetracked by things blowing up, exploding, causing big booms in the air, and it's like, you know, this is how it is, you know? Ah, here we go. Let's save up. Oh, that's not going good. Let's save up some of our ammo, though. Whew. Yeah, Terminal Velocity and Fury3 are kind of a weird case. I think, like, Terminal Velocity might have been what they put out for consoles while we had this for PC. What have we learned about boosting in a tunnel? Absolutely nothing. I have not learned my lesson at all. No relevant changes were made, and I still remain an absolute curmudgeon. I do not care. Alright. Boss time. How about some Dominator missiles? You like these, buddy? Boo, boo, boo! Alright. It's not gonna do much of anything if I just, you know, keep going at him like a chump. I'll be honest, I have no idea how to harm this guy. Or perhaps I've mainly just forgotten how to harm this guy. Is it his claws? I mean, he's turning into a real problem. Mainly due to the fact that I have no idea how this guy gets harmed again. And he's shooting a lot at me for normal. His back? I don't know if I can even get around to that. I am taking a lot of damage. This is not good. There we go, that's got it. Go for the head. Yeah, yellow lights on the bottom there. Ah, shoot that place. I think it's the head. Yeah. Had to go for the head there. Ooh. It was really weird because I couldn't get a lock on the head for some reason. And I almost flubbed it, but we're still good. Now, one of these should be the tunnel out. Which one was it? Not you, not you, not you. Ah, here we go. Oh, man. I really shouldn't do that when I have such low shields. And yet, I am absolutely incorrigible. Destroy target? What do you mean destroy target? These guys? Whoop! More! More rapid-fire lasers. Love those things. So I generally like to do. I like to just take them all, stock them up, and then just absolutely go ham on the planet. Start throwing those things out like crazy. Nothing can really survive them, to be honest. But I think with that, we're pretty much done the planet terrain. Whoops. It's okay, there's a health pickup, we're alright. We made doors that continually slide open and shut in this corridor. Why? Because. Because. Doesn't really need to be, you know, any logic to that. Defenses, you know, if the enemy can't figure them out, there's probably a good chance that you can't figure them out either way. That is true, Glayliv. That is true. Oh, yes. Big Door. Big Door was giving them a whole bunch of funding money just for making weird contraption to doors. Just going all over the place. But this... We're finally up to a new planet. I think it's called L42D. Conditions around here are a little bit more wild. We've got carbonium processing plants. They're making bombs around here, and they've got a whole bunch of ships that are highly destructive and have explosive-based weaponry. Yep, time to blow up an entire planet. Alright. I'd say it's about time, you know, after, 3 missions. I'm glad that we get new stuff coming at us. And this time it's not so much as, wiping out an entire planet full of, enemies that have taken over buildings. Basically a hostile invasion, right? This one's more of like, blow up the planet, blow up the processing plants, stop them from making weapons. Oh, what do we got here? We're also going to have to be blowing up a lot of those processing plants and whatnot, so I'm getting the feeling that maybe we should be using our RFL-20s. That is hard to say on a whim. Jeez. This is one of those levels that requires that you have a little bit more firepower to work with. even so, it is just a huge jump in difficulty. I really got to be careful with what I'm doing here, otherwise I'm going to get myself knocked out of the air. Couldn't have come at a better time. Yeah, showed you knew how to play now the training wheels are off. Exactly, and I love that. I also love that these things become a real pain in your side if you let them launch. Like, these things over here, they take a while to actually get up off the ground, but if you do let them launch, they will start firing missiles at you. And that is a bad idea. I think it's kind of surprising, you know? Well, not a lot of flight sims back then that were exactly, I guess you could say, balanced in their contribution. I remember a lot of them back then being very chaotic, and they just kind of like threw you into the wolves' den, and then you'd have to, you know, kind of figure out what you were doing. And if you didn't really have a grasp on it, then you were fuked. Boosh! Speaking of... I really do need to stop flying into those buildings, I tell you. Yeah, it does do a really good job with, you know, telling you where to go as well. I mean, it's not exact with where it wants you to go, but if you turn around a little bit, it's kind of like, well, hey, we've been playing a lot of Minecraft recently. It's kind of like that. You just go by, like, where the distance tells you, kind of like a compass. It's simple, but I appreciate it. I cannot go into there. It's unfortunate. Boosh. I love finding multiple FF3s. Just being able to absolutely stagger out an entire area like that is great. And then you're not really wasting the ammunition either. You get another one again, so it's a good trade-off. Yeah. All you gotta do is pay attention to the briefing and you're good to go. Oh, crap. So these ones here, they show you what they can do if you let them launch. We're gonna endeavor to not let that happen. Once again, just spoiling me. Spoiling me with those FF7s. Like, holy crap, how many have we had in this level alone? Was it like 2 or 3 of them? Yeah, you're right, it is fair. They do build them here. Alright, mission complete. What? I think it's somewhere over here that we need to go for the jump zone. Not gonna let those giant warships get up and go at it. I mean, that alone is a bad idea. I can deal with tiny fighters. I cannot deal with gigantic warships coming at me. It's just a bad idea to let those things go. Nice! Level complete. I love how they have that just out in the middle of nowhere in the mountains. Like, they're really trying to be secretive with how they bring you in and out of the planet as well, because it's a giant planet filled up with nothing but ordnance, missile making, bomb making, nothing but firepower. So it makes sense that they want you going in with guerrilla tactics. I mean, a main warship fleet would not last against this planet. Well, ran off my RFL-20s. That's alright, though. I don't think they're warships. They're upgun cargo ships using locally built ordnance. Could be. Part of you imagines they do like in Helldivers when the mission is done, they just launch the jump gate at the planet. It is kind of like that, isn't it? You ever wonder if games like this kind of like are responsible for the inspiration for games like that, in a way? Uh-oh. No. You guys should not be launching. This is a no-fly zone under the ordinance of my firepower. What I say here goes, and you ain't going nowhere. That's a big refinery. Yeah, a little bit more ordnance. Get rid of those. Getting a lot of dogfighters around here. They are pissed. Holy crap, how many of these guys are going to be around here? Good God. I've awoken the fleet. They're not okie dokie with all this destruction I'm causing. Ooh, hello. Oh, yes. I think we found a little weapons cache here, didn't we? Red buildings are mines, the bulbous ones are refineries, and then the towers are factories, yeah. Not Daijobu by any mark. It's a bad time for everybody involved. Whoop. Oh, am I going into a tunnel? I think I am. Brought to you by the producers of Gigantic Doors. We now introduce to you Giant Spinning Fans. Oops. Oops. You're never going to get me to stop that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to keep boosting in tunnels till the day I die. Though it really doesn't help that there are ships trying to kill me as well in here. Oops. Oh boy. The number 2 is a fun gun from what you recall? Ah, I see. Uh-oh. What? No. So what I mean? They're throwing rockets at me now, and that's exactly what happens if you let these things get up there in the air. That is my mistake, mon frere. Come on, you. Oh, crap. I let more of them come up into the air. That's bad. Oh, I endeavor to never let these things come up into the air. I remember I had one game where I was having just a really swell time, and then all of a sudden they went up. And I think my game was over in like 2 seconds after that. Just due to the fact that they have so many missiles. It's a bad time for everybody involved. Like, I ain't even talking Vipers, they're just like dead-on missiles, which, it's not that bad if it's dead-on missiles. But still, really gotta be on your toes if they're doing that sort of stuff. Well, where am I going? One of the things I'm trying to tangle with here in this game is just constantly getting lost. You know, I'll see something shiny on the ground, and then all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, this isn't the way I'm supposed to be going. Ah, here we go. Oh yeah, they are way more proactive about getting those ships up in the air. Which, again, that's just like a really small thing, but I really appreciate that they do it. Like, they're really not all that upfront about it, but it makes it seem like, through gameplay mechanics, it makes it seem like they know that you're here now, so they're launching a lot more quicker to try and make a move. That's storytelling through actual gameplay mechanics, which in a game like this I wouldn't think would be possible even, but, you know, they somehow did it. I mean, I'm really surprised they somehow managed to do that. Not saying I'm upset about it, I think that's really cool. Yeah, environmental storytelling, that's what I'm trying to, you know, say there. Really struggling to find the right words for that, but oh well, you know. Where am I going here? What? This way? No, this way. Here we go. We're really far out from that target, whatever that is. From what you recall, the number 2 gun is a slow-firing building killer. You know, you might be right about that. That's the dispersion cannon. I don't like the dispersion cannon very much, but we'll try using it as, you know, blowing up buildings. Instead of actual ordnance against, you know, ships that I've tried in the past there. Because it doesn't work good on ships, maybe it's really good for blowing up buildings and that sort of stuff. Oh, hello. Absolutely worth grabbing that. Alright, yeah, so number 2. We'll take a look. Oh god, hold on. Ah! Got a whole bunch of these guys launched up and around here. That could be really bad if I let them stay. Hey, Sunder, welcome on in. I'm playing some Fury3 tonight. It's a lovely gem from the Windows 95 era. Ooh, shields. Needed that. Pretty sure boosting while using dispersion means you shoot yourself? Maybe. I'll try using the dispersion cannon a little bit more on buildings. Here, let's try. I don't really see it doing all that much more damage, Glayliv. I'll be honest. Dribble is marbles, that's what we're doing. I get too close to the building is the issue? Alright, well I'll try it with a little bit of distance the next time we get up to a building. There should be one up ahead here, because it's another destroy target mission. Alright, there's a big building like right up over there. Got some distance to it. Let's throw it out. Oh, okay, yeah, that actually is pretty efficient. Just have to have a little bit of distance in order for that to work out. Okay, I really need to stop boosting in these tunnels. It's such a bad idea. Only reason I get into trouble here in the tunnels is because I keep on boosting like an idiot. It's my fault entirely. I need to stop it. Stop it. Get some help. It's a time and place for everything, and going fast is not allowed in these tunnels here. Though I have on some circumstances seen some speedrunners just go absolutely super fast. I missed that. Damn it. I'm a little bit miffed. I completely missed out on some really good missiles. Or I might have not been able to pick them up, I don't know. To be honest. Ooh, much needed invincibility. Remember when old games used to have invincibility pickups? I do. Like, to me, that feels like a very, very, very old thing. I don't know why. Just feels old. Like, you don't get a lot of invincibility pickups and stuff in, like, modern games, because it's like... most modern AAA games are very much story-oriented. Movie-type games out there, that sort of thing. Yeah, this does pretty darn good for killing buildings. Should use it more often for that. Oh, thank God we already get to go to the jump zone. It's nearby. Wonderful. Nani the fuck? Where is it? Somewhere here. Here we go. It was behind one of these mountains. I say as I fly right into a mountain. Phew! Nice. Well, L42D is a bit of a difficult planet. It definitely is a step up in difficulty from terrain, but I mean, we got 100% of the tunnels that time, so I'm pretty happy about that. Not sure how that Guardian is going to go, though. That might be a bit difficult. Oh man, those loading screens used to take forever to load up. But because we're on like Windows 11 and we've got my machine that we're running it on, and this is a really old game, it takes no time at all to load up a level. I think we'll switch to the SKLs for just a moment. No, no, no. No merchantry ships in my house. If I got a little bit of invincibility, this will serve. If I want to, I could throw out a couple of Vipers. Those are fun homing missiles that destroy pretty much everything. Whoa! Speaking of missiles. So far, it isn't super difficult to try and find where you need to go for, like, boss encounters, but later on that becomes a bit of a difficult issue. I remember that specifically. It's, like, really hard to find some of the boss rooms on, like, Planet 4, Planet 5. That sort of stuff is just, like, really nasty to have to do. Not sure if I'm going to be able to get to, you know, most of the later planets tonight, but we'll get as far as we can in here, you know? I think we need to be going this way. Yeah. Oh yeah, and of course it's another one of these. And just like you said, Glaylev, the merchantry ships with the rockets are way more proactive in launching themselves. That, and at the same time, I've seen a couple of them just floating around. They're already launched, and they're flying around looking to destroy you. Let's go in for another run. Ooh! Ooh, my favorite. Quad laser SKL. I love how if you get enough of these lasers, they turn into a quad fire. That's just so cool. Not that I'm able to hit anything with them right now for some reason. Jeez. And into the tunnel we go. Whoop. I think we might be able to fight a Guardian after this real soon here. Looking forward to doing that, to be honest. It's been a while since we've actually fought one, and you know, going through these rotating tunnels like this, it makes me want to do one thing and one thing only. Fight a supercharged boss creature that is more than happy to kill me. I don't know if, you know, spinning tunnels does that for you too, but I might be a bit of a unique creature in that aspect. Oh yeah, absolutely, Glaylev. I mean, I think it's really due to the fact that I'm just sitting here, right? Going through the tunnels, and they've got missiles just lying around. BFMs, Vipers, dead-on missiles, just all of the really heavy-hitting stuff sitting around. I think I'll go for some Vipers in this situation here. But before we get to go ahead and see that, my friends, we do have an ad break coming on up. Oh, it's a cliffhanger. It's a cliffhanger of all things on the tavern. But yeah, once we get back, we'll go ahead and take a look at what L42D has to offer for a Guardian and try and kill it. But until then, we do have an ad break to go through. So until then, I'll see you guys in just a moment. Have a good little break, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for waiting through that ad break there. Let's get back to some more Fury3, shall we? Have you any guesses for what this Guardian might be like, where we might fight it? Now that we've gotten back? Well, let's go ahead and actually see what it is. Oh, no Guardian yet. Turns out we are just at a checkpoint. That's all it is. Fire off a couple of those, and back to the SKLs. I myself thought it was going to be a Guardian, I'll be honest. But now that I've come back to it, I guess Guardians tend to take just a little bit more effort past the first mission area. Like, now that we've actually gotten to this planet, I believe getting to a Guardian takes a little bit of effort, you know? Just a little bit more, don't die. Oh, but I digress. Should be able to find it with just a little bit of effort. Whew. Seriously though, getting rid of that building is getting to be a bit of a hard thing to do. Couple of Viper missiles just to clear out the area. Let's see. This way. A lot of what we have to do for getting from point A to point B kind of feels like it's all siloed into checkpoints and whatnot. At least at this point of the game, anyways. Ooh, I don't have a number 7 anymore. It's a bit dangerous. Oh! Okay. I totally forgot that the Guardian is literally a planetary defense mechanism here. Alright. Equipping Vipers, let's get into it. Question is, where is the boss? I forget where it is exactly. It's around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Look at that thing. It's a gigantic fireball throwing turret. Let's throw some heavy ordnance at that thing. Not really working all that well, to be honest. I think maybe dead-on missiles might be a little bit better at it. That or the FFF? I don't have an FFF. I wish I had an FFF right now, Glailev. It's kind of funny, it felt like that visor at the front there would be the weak point. Tried to shoot it a couple of times there, but it's not working out so well for me. Let's try SKLs, maybe. Yellow top, perhaps? Maybe. Wait a minute. I can get behind this thing, kinda. I don't know. I'm trying to shoot that right in from above there, but doesn't seem to be doing much. Yeah, let's try and go for the base again. I don't know. Yeah, I have no clue. I'm kind of lost at this point, but I'm going to try throwing some more stuff at it, see if it works. Let's go with BFMs. See if that maybe does a little bit. Man, this one is not letting me get in. Could be the arms. Let's fire at the arms. Yep, you're absolutely right. It is the arms. Alright, switching to dead-on missiles. Let's go. You're done for, buddy. Really hard to hit those arms in most cases, though, with Dominator missiles. Ah, man. Maybe if I just go with this from the side. No? It's just a nasty Guardian to have to deal with. Well, maybe I'll have to rely on my RFL-20 to try and take this thing down. Wait a minute. Hold up. No, wait a minute. Hold on. I just shot that head, and yeah, you saw it too, didn't you? I'm really weirded out by that. Oh, and it got me. Damn. Yeah, well, I mean, we had a good go at it, I have to say. Apparently the RFL is probably the best way to go with that thing, but I mean, I felt like using the large missiles was a good way to go. I don't know. Please enter your words of wisdom. Explosions were not the way. We did get ourselves a good high score here, you know. Back when games actually had scores. And they take points away for you shooting vegetation, so you don't want to do that. Reach our mission? Yes. Because we can continue from the planet. Do I have any of my weapons? No. Do I have any of my turbo? No. It takes everything away from you if you die. So, it can be a little bit difficult to continue because you get nothing if you continue. . 'Cause 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 ' This is why you did one planet a day? Yeah, I can see why. I mean, hopefully we can build up a small cache of weaponry. Maybe try and use that to get a footing. Because, boy howdy, are there a lot of ships trying to gun me down up here. I forget, is this mission 3 or mission 2 or 1 on L4D? I mean, those things are launching right away, so it's a little bit worrying. Ooh, yes, please. At this point, I'm just happy to have turbo and some rapid-fire lasers. It's not perfect, but I'll take what I can get. Let's see here. Which way am I going? Sort of around this way, I think. Even just a little bit of turbo is enough to give you good assistance for getting from point A to point B. It's not perfect, but it will work. Yeah, this is when we have to rely on just being able to fly. Again, not perfect, but I'll take it. I was hoping that maybe we could find a little bit more dropped weaponry out of these bogies flying around up here, but they've really got nothing on them this time around. I mean, the first time we were going around, these things had, like, tons of weaponry, tons of armor just dropping left, right, and center, but now they got nothing. I will just have to make do with that. But I'm not unhappy about seeing that. Anytime I can grab Vipers, missile-type weapons, that sort of stuff, I mean, that's good gains for us. Nice. Turbo. Yeah, turbo. At the very least, we might be able to get some more stuff in the tunnel here. Which is pretty neat, you know? They give you a lot of tunnels that you have to fly through in a mandatory fashion when it comes to Fury 3. And that's where they hide a lot of the good stuff as well. So it's just, you know, they understand that you need weaponry in order to proceed. So they're not going to leave you short-handed. They will actually put good things for you in the tunnels. And in doing that, they've made it so that they're not putting you into a no-win state. Which I think could totally happen if you weren't being too careful about it. God, I love this soundtrack, though. This is one of my favorite soundtracks out of this game. There's some really good ones in this. I mean, it's a little bit repetitive, but the art design is gorgeous when it comes to this. And in fact, come to think of it, yeah, so literally one guy did the 3D modeling, animations, and rendering. That was Carl Hagood. The ship design, once again, just, one dude. Terry Simmons. Visual effects, Mark Humphrey. And, yeah. The music was made by one guy, too, just Kyle Richards. And I think that's really impressive that a guy could do this in, like, a garage, and have that kind of quality come out. Yeah, back when a game studio could fit in a garage, and that's likely where they did this. If you ask me, that's likely where they did this. I just, really, really, really cool. I'm glad that they developed this game and put it out there. And I think that it was probably a huge stepping stone for a lot of the flight sim games that we now have. Like, a lot of what we have right now must have taken inspiration off of this, and probably Star Wars, I would think. Star Wars has a lot of games like this, especially back in the day when LucasArts had its own studio and the studio was operating. Which, I'll tell you right now, is a shame that we don't have LucasArts as a studio. So I'm pretty sure those guys did not only Star Wars, but a whole bunch of really good other stuff too. I think they were behind some of the stuff that went into things like, what else? There were adventure games. I don't know if they worked on Monkey Island. I'd have to take another look at that. I'm pretty sure it's just Scum VM, but they might have been involved back in the day. They might have been involved. Well, I do have a lot of turbo. I wonder if I can just get back to the boss fight. That'd be pretty cool if they gave that to me. Oh, yeah. Oh, never mind. We're literally, like, right there at the doorstop. We're good to go. Alright. Let's give this another shot. I don't need you fellas throwing missiles at me while I'm trying to fight a boss. So, let's make sure that they don't get the launch. And as much as I'd like to leave this thing up, I think it actually does generate ships if you're not being careful. Right, where is that thing? This way. Heck is a stupid thing. I mean, the map is kind of good, but it does not point at what you're looking for. I mean, I wish it did. I mean, does it? Oh, it does! Okay. Never mind, guys, I'm just kind of dumb. Totally didn't notice that there was an actual thing going on with that, like, right there. Sorry, Compass. I have completely disrespected you. Probably should be using it a lot more often now that I know that it's doing that. Yeah, get some, get some! Yeah. I've finally noticed that actually is a compass that is pointing to stuff. I wonder if the health bar is just really big. Because I'm shooting it where I should be shooting it, but... yeah, that might be it. It's just large health bar. Oh, please give me some health. No? Alright, fine. Fire the rockets at it! You know, I can't help but wonder if that is actually the issue. I am in bad need of health. Pleased to be having health? No? Okay. Like, if there was ever a time to give me health, now would be it. That's not health, that's weaponry game. Like, really begging you for some health here right now. Ah, crap. Oh, I'm in trouble. They don't have any health, do they? Oh my god. There's no health. Okay, I'm getting the heck out of here for like 2 seconds. I may not have any turbo, but left fly around here somewhere. There should be some source of health. Something. You know, I say as I get, you know, casually crashed into 20,000 times in a row. Oh! There it is! Yes, please. Want. Oh, there is my hair not standing on end anymore. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whew. Didn't come a minute too early or a minute too late. Oh yeah, it's just a huge health bar, that's all it is. Because now the Vipers are absolutely demolishing it. Alright, alright. Now we know what the problem was. I just wasn't exploding it enough. I just wasn't exploding it enough. I was just really weirded out, you know? It's like, it should be working. And I was like staring at the screen the whole time, like, I've shot everywhere on this thing. It should be dying. Turns out that it was just the game being a silly old game. I don't know if it's because, you know, the game was old or something like that, but I feel like that's probably what it was. Oh, yes, please. Before I leave, I'm gonna grab this stuff over here. Invincibility would have been great to have had, like, 2 seconds ago, game. Not that I'm gonna chastise it for it. And I think I'll deal with mopping up some of the, you know, resistance that seems to be very keen on not letting me leave. Guten Tag, na Wiedersehen, friends. I'm out of here. Yeah, if you're upside down, the compass kind of goes... It doesn't know how to deal with space-time direction, but, you know. We can make adjustments for that. We are humans, and we can think. Creatures with brains, after all. At least, most of the time, I hope we are. Ah, nice. That is L42D completed. And if I wait long enough, I'm not sure if it's going to show it, but it might give us the cutscene where, you know, it blows up so nicely. Yes! I don't know if this has the cutscenes in it or not. Hold on. Y'all just gotta wait 1 second. It's kind of too bad that these don't have the cutscenes in these, because I know that there were cutscenes added in left, right, and center, and this version of it, it's made to play, but it doesn't have all the stuff that, you know, just doesn't quite work in this day and age. I wonder if they have it. L24D cutscene. Like, very curious to see if they have it. Because they have a cutscene of the entirety of the planet just going kaboosh. And it's so cool. Let's see. Ah, here we go. That's what it should have done, in retrospect. I don't know why this version doesn't play those cutscenes for some reason. It's a little bit lacking, to be honest. But, you know, nothing I can really do about that. I did say at the beginning of the stream that this game is going to be a little bit jank. But, the fact that it even runs or plays music at all is kind of a miracle in and out of itself for abandonware that has been just so old. Anyways, Planet 3, Ares. Let's give it a go. Wait a minute. Where's the music? There we go. So this planet is a favorite planet for mining materials that allow for wormhole travel. We obviously cannot allow them to do that. Yeah, they finally had the idea to install turrets. I actually have to watch out for those now because those things will eviscerate me. Plus they have missile sentries. That's not going to be fun to deal with. Well, it will, but you know what I mean. Here we go. So once again, another ramp up in difficulty now that we're on planet Ares. But it shouldn't be too bad now that I know where I'm going. And most of the planet stuff around here isn't as strong as what we had to encounter back over on L42D. It's a little bit more dangerous in some capacity, sure, but it's not that bad. This game just making me want to play G-Police. Welcome on in, Nuke for Prez. Hope you're having a good day today. Hope things are going good for you. We're playing some Fury3 tonight. To call this a gem is an understatement because it is a diamond in the rough. A lot of people don't know about this on Windows. Most people refer back to, what was it? That other one that they got on the console. I can never remember the name because I was brought up on this. I have no idea about the terminal velocity, that's it. That's the one that I'm trying to think of. It's terminal velocity. Whenever I talk about this, everybody just says, oh, this is just a copy of terminal velocity. And it's like, no, that's not true. They both came out at the same time. What are you talking about? But I digress. I do get a lot of that when I try to talk about this game, so I thought I'd play it instead. Sometimes talking isn't the answer. Sometimes you just need to blow up buildings and ships. That's probably exactly what happened. I agree with you, Glailev. A lot of these ships are hard to deal with, especially those ones. Getting into tangos with East gunners coming at me left, right, and center. Like, a lot of what I'm having to deal with now has a lot of health on it. Invincibility doesn't come too soon at all. Perfect. Like, I'm covered in bogeys around here. I'm just gonna throw out a couple of Vipers and call that a day. You know? Even the game is encouraging me to do that right there, considering the fact that I've got them in a little box. Ollie outie. So how have you been, Big for Prez? How have things been going for you? Enjoy any new games lately? Most of what I've been doing lately has been playing Minecraft with my good friend Glailev here. Nice. Shields. And then most of my other endeavors have mainly been put into, you know, evolving and cooking and whatnot. And then, essentially just watching Twin Peaks. I've been engrossed with the show, and I finally got to season 3 of it, which has been a really weird departure from what season 1 and season 2 were. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to really like that or not. What is this guy doing? Alright. Y'all want to play dirty? Let's play dirty. Come on. Not bad. Passed your first on Road Glory driving test. Wow, big rigs. It's pretty impressive, man. Congratulations. Been playing some Helldivers too? Oh yeah. Especially since they came out with that new update, yeah? Got a real fan of it in the Discord right now who's absolutely been gushing about the portable hell bombs. And of course, being a gigantic troll with whoever is wearing them. It's for the good of managed democracy, you see. Haven't unlocked the bomb yet, but you're getting close. Ooh, well, I wish you luck on unlocking it. From what I hear, it's a lot of fun. Normally we'd be doing Fantasy Star 2 Portable Infinity today, but I don't know. I felt like doing something different tonight. It's been a lot of fun so far. Seriously, these ships on Ares go fast. I do not have much of a response to them whatsoever. but we're good to go. That's already mission 1 done on Ares. Nice. Was it a perfect go-around? Maybe not. Did we get off the planet and do our mission? Yes. Alright, mission 2. You know, if I was to ever get a USB joystick, and I'm pretty sure they do exist, I would be more than happy to start playing some of the dogfighter sims that they had for, what was it? Star Wars. Maybe even MechWarrior 2 would be a lot of fun to do with that. Like, I don't have one at the moment, but I'm sure I could probably pick up a cheap one. And I'm sure they exist. It's just, I've never looked into it for some reason. I don't know why. It's one of those things I just haven't thought of, you know? Like Twin Peaks, even. I knew about it, I knew I wanted to watch it, but I didn't do it for years and years and years on end. Even though I had the knowledge about it, and I knew how to get it. It was just one of those weird circumstances of, like, I wasn't super motivated to do anything about it. Whoa, hold up. Oh man, everything around here is really dropping a lot of RFL 20s. It's great. I think out of any weapon in the Fury 3, I really like the RFL 20s. A lot of DPS, a lot of heavy-hitting DPS, I guess you could say. Just works on everything. And it's accurate, too. It's accurate and it's fast. Yeah, no, I have to agree with you on that, Nuke for Prez. I've done a lot of randoms in the past, and it's not been good. Like, if I ever go into Helldivers 2 and I decide that maybe I want to try and do some randoms, usually what I end up with is a case where I go into 8 games, and they're already done. They're already done before I get into there. You know, that's one of the things I can have happen, which kind of sucks. Or, the other thing happens, which I really don't like, which is I get in, and there's somebody at, like, I don't know, level 2 bajillion. And they're all equipped up in light armor, they know how to play the game. And we're on, like, level 4, but they're playing it like it's level 10, right? So, I'm just trying to have a little bit of fun, I'm trying to snipe some bots, stuff like that, you know, the usual. And there's this guy over here, who has played the game for like 50,000 hours, gets in, gets out with under 2 seconds, and it's like, I destroyed a bot fab! Is that good? And then I get kicked. Just ridiculous antics. I mean, I'm great at doing support sniper stuff. Put me in the field with that sort of thing, and it works out. But there are a lot of blitz players out there, and that's just not what I sign up for when it comes to Helldivers 2. And I understand that everybody has their own niche of how they play. But you have to be a little bit accommodating, because Helldivers 2, I feel I would be remiss in saying that it is not a community-based support-type kind of game, you know? It's a multiplayer game. At its core, that's what it is. Yeah, sneak to the base, destroy it, run off before they can react. Honestly, if I get much more, you know, in my downtime where they start doing that and then they start getting all snippety because I haven't destroyed everything, I might switch to that, you know? Because it's not very fun when I have to, you know, really pull my weight just to be able to destroy a couple of things, and then they get all, you know, ants in the pants over no good reason stuff. It's like, I get it. In your downtime, you're a speedrunner and you've played this game a bajillion times, and the only thing that you've got left for it right now is just a small bit of adrenaline rush. Just a small bit of adrenaline rush. But that don't gotta mean it's gotta be the same way for me. Jeez, some of these tunnel placements are really difficult to deal with. I think the worst part too is that you can't see bogeys in this tunnel configuration before they're like right up next to you. Like, it's a little bit harsh, but it's what it is. Let's see. I love that we're inside of, like, the hills of Ares. It's not that you're just trying to disrupt an intelligence operation here for the entire Bion area. Or army. God, I can't speak tonight. But yeah, it's got underground bases, it's got over-top bases, it's got mining facilities, and you gotta destroy all of that to make sure that they don't have any control over wormhole travel. Just really cool, you know? I see tunnel entrance and tunnel exit. Where is that? Sometimes it can really blend in and I don't really see it all that well. Probably flying right over it as we speak. Yeah. That's exactly what I was doing. I was flying like right over the tunnel I need to go into. There we go. Controlling this makes moving their troops and supplies around a lot easier, yeah. Gosh darn it. Frickin' troops patrolling the tunnels. I really do hate having to deal with them at times. But it does kind of make it feel like these tunnels are guarded, at the very least. You know, they don't leave them completely empty. Oh shit, that's a Guardian. Uh-oh, switch it up, switch it up. On mission 2 and already it pops a Guardian out at me? What kind of crazy planet is this? Strafe and run, strafe and run. That's what we need to do. We gotta strafe and run. I got my Vipers. Pop them at him, just keep going. We're still okay. We have shields that we can get out of this. Almost got him. And it's down. Yeah. I think I'll take one of these, you know, supply caches in the corner, you know, just for posterity. Nice. That was probably one of the better Guardian fights, you know, especially now that I know that Guardian fights, the health bars are just going to be gigantic. And you're not going to know if it's doing anything until it's actually done something. Which I think is kind of cool too, you know? Like, give me a health bar, but don't make it immediately obvious that I'm actually damaging it. Make it seem like it's an impossible challenge. Uh-oh. Almost crashed into that. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people, you know, naysay against that sort of thing, but I really like it. I really like it because it makes it seem like an actual boss. Any items down here? Well, you know, they've got some vipers around here. I'll grab them. Shoo! And I'm out of there. Yeah, the bosses don't really have weak points. You just gotta shoot them a lot. You and me have absolutely figured that out during the course of tonight's gameplay. Was Ares really only 2 missions? Like, I'm surprised. I thought there was more missions to go through on Ares. Maybe that was like a mid-boss? Holy shit, yes it was. Ah. It's totally what I forgot about there is that Ares has like 2 guardians. Yeah, it might be that it's just that the guardian is in the middle, like level structure. We don't know. It's very free-flowing. It's very free format. I really hate those red ships, though. Those are starting to get on my nerves. Alright. Let's address this welcoming party that's come over and absolutely swarmed my ship. God. I mean, I'll give it to you. The Bions do have a lot in their army. They are not short on soldiers. Actually makes sense, you know, because the Bions, they're, you know, bionically manufactured humanoids. You just pop them out of a machine, I bet. Shoo! Yeah, I hate these red ones. Oh, they're so annoying. Oh, hello. Thank you very much. Take those Vipers any day of the week. It's always a nice thing to have. Ooh. I should have used one of my, yeah. I flew past a really good one there. Although it's in a tunnel, so it doesn't really have all that much of a use, does it? Does it mean automatic use on Guardians for you? I mean, it's smart. If you get into a fight with a Guardian, there's no reason not to use it on it. Causes a lot of damage, gets it out of the way, takes off a big chunk of the health, you know? Considering that we've got one, maybe I should use it on the next Guardian that we get into a fight with. Oh, there's another one. Why are they so scattered all over these tunnels? Where I've got, like, no use for them. Oh, yeah. Oh, crap. So there was two of them. The heck is this thing? Boosh! It's like disassembling itself and then reassembling itself. It's kind of a weird guardian. Oh, I did. I did use the FFF. I'm not even sure if it, you know, really did much. That or the health bar is just that big. Let's throw some dead-on missiles at him. Those tend to do a really good job. I mean, dead-ons are pretty much the only type of missile that you really have to aim, but they work good. They work good, in my opinion. Jeez, that is a big health bar. But you didn't see me launch off the FFF? It is quick. If you blink, you will miss it. Jeez, how big is this health bar? Dang. Like, seriously. I mean, I'm shooting them. I'm shooting them as best I can, but that's got to be a really big health bar. All right, I'll throw out a couple of these then. There we go. Now we're finally getting it down. Jeez. That was a beefy boy. Well, if I'm down to this much, I might as well just try to shoot it with lasers. I feel like anything else might be a waste of ammunition at this point. You know, I say that, and then the lasers do absolutely piddly all nothing. Holy crap. Oh, it's gonna be close. Gonna get him before the ad break. Yes, I can. Guardian destroyed, and that's Ares. Well, we've got an ad break to go through, everybody, so I will see you after that ad break. And then after that, we get to go on to the 4th planet. Didn't expect to make that much progress tonight, but hey, we're doing pretty good. All right, everybody. See you in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for waiting through that ad break there. It's actually kind of funny, but I took a look, and I'll post a picture of this later in the Discord, but you'll never guess what I found. Yeah, that's right. I found the complete in-case CD case for Fury3. Yeah, just sitting around here in my office. Go figure, there it was. I think maybe seeing that was why I was kind of spurred to play this tonight. Might have just been a little thing in the mind, and then like, oh, I'm going to play Fury 3 tonight. And there's the disc. There's actually no way for me to, use that because I don't have a PC with a CD drive anymore, which is kind of weird to kind of think about that. PCs used to be huge with CD-ROM drives, CD readers. And then, most of the most recent types of PCs that they have out there for building, for cases and whatnot, they don't really come with CD drives anymore. They're slowly being phased out of existence, which is really weird, because it was such a big, prevalent thing for a long part of my life. You wanted to play Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, boot up a CD. You want to play MechWarrior 2, boot up a CD. You wanted to play any sort of PC game. Morrowind, Oblivion, Fallout 3, CD. Yeah. At the most, people just use USB drives, but I hardly ever hear about USB drives either, to be honest. Most of what we have is either digital or on the cloud. Come to think of it, there's a lot of stuff that just isn't physical anymore. It feels kind of interesting for me to, hold the actual CD for Fury 3. That to me is weird. I don't know how to feel about that. More on that at 9. But for now, let's get back to playing Fury 3, shall we? Whoop! Still using VIPs. Should be doing that. I'll tell you though, I'm really happy with that outcome there. That was just a very, very beefy boss. I didn't think I really had a chance with that thing, but, we just kept at it. Although, now that I know, we're kind of at a point where I'm basically going to have to stock up on, like, some of the most powerful weapons within the game. Because stockpiling seems to be the only way forward when it comes to some of those incredibly tough bosses. And we're right on out of there. Didn't even need to go for a jump gate. He was just like, nah, I'm done with Ares. I'm done with these stupid red gosh darn flying enemies. And the turrets and the missile boats and just everything is terrible about Ares. Everything is terrible about it. So after this, you would have had, a cutscene that shows you going into a wormhole. But, I think we've really seen most of what, Fury 3 can give us in terms of that sort of thing. So welcome to New Croy. The Bions have retreated to New Croy, a city planet that is reputed to be impenetrable. Its buildings are grown from polycroy, an organic synthetic that is transparent. It can grow into any shape and is also indestructible. This is one of my favorite areas to be in because it's basically a giant cyberpunk type city with a very foreboding theme indeed. And the cop cars. Just like you remember, Glayliv. So yeah, we've just basically, launched into the Oppression Squad area. The police want you dead, the army wants you dead. It is a very foreboding and very desolate looking planet. Surprisingly enough, though, it is a little bit more light when it comes to enemy encounters around here, I think. Well, let's get flying. It's like they say, ladies and gentlemen, get busy flying or get busy dying. Bions want you now. yeah, I remember. This is so cool. You get to disrupt their broadcasts. It's basically, you know, trying to free an area from propaganda. I totally forgot about that. Because actually, come to think of it, I don't think they made the city. I think they basically occupied this place. Which is really bad. And if that's what a Bion looks like, then I'm totally right about the fact that they are just like machine soldiers that they are throwing out, making en masse just to try and get you killed. So yeah, when it comes to storytelling through environment, this game rocks. Never gonna find a better one than that, I'll tell you that much right now. I have a lot of turbo that I can be using right now. I think it would be an absolute misplay not to use it. A lot of dispersion cannons around here too. That's kind of weird, but maybe not, I guess, because it's like dispersion cannon, so it's kind of like police, you know? Woo! Swoosh on down there and take out these big things. Ah. You're a kid who needed to cheat the game to do well? Oh yeah, I love the flap up the clouds, deal with the fighters, go back down. Yeah. I mean, it's a legitimate way to do this game, is to, you know, use a whole bunch of diversionary tactics, try to escape a lot of these, and then come back down when it's safe. That whole area is flooded with fighters, just everything. So, I mean, for, like, the 90s, this is excruciatingly impressive. Like, I love it. I think the only other stuff that they had that measured up to this was, you know, the things that I've talked about so far. Maybe Sims? Maybe Sims was kind of on par with stuff that you had back then. But there wasn't a lot out there that really was on par with this sort of thing. And I'm sure Microsoft was really happy to have it too, because it was a part of the whole Microsoft Home initiative that they had going on back then. They had things like CD Sampler 93, CD Sampler 95, that sort of thing. And I think this was involved in the entirety of that. Just CDs that showed you all the really amazing products that Microsoft had back then. And if you ever go through some of those CDs, you kind of understand why Microsoft was such a huge giant of a company back then. I mean, still is today. I like them well enough. There's a lot of people out there who have their reservations about Microsoft as a company, but I don't have any issue with them. They do what they set out to do, and it's good. It works. I don't have to fumble around with it, you know, all that much. I mean, Linux is better, but it takes a lot of setup to get to that better focal point. And then I've never really liked Apple. Not for their business practices, or for their OSs, for that matter. I mean, they do have some fine OSs here and there. I'll give them that. But I think they were a lot better during the 90s. That's a really nostalgic thing for me to say, I guess, because that was basically back then when they had like the what do they call them? The transparent scheme for like PC computers that they had all across schools and stuff like that. But yeah, I think when they got into like really making a lot of mobile phones and stuff like that, that's when I kind of just didn't really like them all that much anymore. But that's personal preference, you know. One of the things that I do kind of preach, if I preach anything, is that the stuff that I say is never word of God. Like, I can not like Apple, and you guys in chat can like Apple, and that's totally fine. And I try to really impress upon that, because there are some really weird places out there where they treat the word of the streamer like gospel, and that gets very weird very quickly. I mean, the streamer should not be the be-all, end-all of your days, you know? At best, they should be somebody to watch, somebody to enjoy, hang out with, you know, see what they're doing. And I have been absolutely exploded. Because I forgot how bad New Croy is. Oh, man. New Croy. Excruciatingly tough because all of the ships that you shoot split up into two. And then there's a whole bunch of, you know, cop cars and all that down there. It's a nuts kind of place. Words of wisdom from Barkeep. Explosions are not the way. Yeah, apparently not. Anyways, yeah. It is kind of weird that there are some, you know, streams out there where they take streamer's word as it, you know, is as the be-all, end-all of everything, but we try to stray away from that here in the tavern. You know, I'll give you suggestions. Heck, I'll give you really good tips on how to build PCs and stuff like that, or fix things, but never am I 100% of the time correct. I'll tell you what I am 100% correct on, though. I'm 100% correct on the fact that we had a really good time tonight. I played a whole bunch of Fury3, and that good fun was had tonight here in the tavern. Thank you so much for coming on in, everybody. I think that's going to be it for tonight for Fury3. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys did too. That was a small deviation from the usual stuff that we do in a stream, and I hope you enjoyed it, you know. But I am a little bit tired, so I do kind of want to simmer down for the night, cook up a good chicken, have that for dinner. And I will see you guys on Monday when we get back to the usual format with I Do Diddly Believe, The Misadventures of Trombone. After that, on Wednesdays, we've got Silent Hill 2 Remake. And of course, every Friday, Phantasy Star Portable to Infinity. So, with that being said, let's send you on over to another streamer with our VIP finding system. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Who is our lucky VIP for tonight? Love the system that we set up here. Chooses an absolutely random person and then chooses to go raid them automatically. It's one of the best things I've ever set up for streaming. And the VIP system has chosen Veritasu. Veritasu, you are the lucky VIP for tonight. Ha ha ha. Alrighty. Well, once again, everybody, thank you so much for coming on in tonight. You guys really do make the stream. And I'm so happy to have been able to show you a blast from the past. My past, of course. And as always, look after your friends. Look after your folks. Look after everybody important in your life. Make sure you got food on the table, a roof over your head, and that you got some warmth during these cold months. And above all, make sure that you have a good cache of SKL, of Dispersion Cannon. Make sure you've got an FFF, And make sure you have a whole bunch of missiles stocked up, because if you don't, well, you might get into some trouble with the Guardians. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful night. This has been Barkeep, signing off.